Previously in the last video.
Oh, well, shit. Oh, shit!
And now, back to the present. Yo, what is up everybody? Zanzepic Kid here. Back again with yet another episode of Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Last where we left off, we started learning that possibly our loved ones from outside are in danger. And also, we unfortunately came across our first victim in this game. Bosch Zwingli. May you rest in peace, man. So yeah, now we have to figure out who did this and then try and find a way out of this murder island. Like, dang. It ain't cool, man. Anyways, without further ado, let's continue. Hey, Vlad, you got anything to report?
What are you standing over here for, Vladimir?
In case anybody else comes over to investigate, I was given glove duty. I hate this. This whole thing, I hate it.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, I bet none of us ever wish to have to investigate a dead person.
Georgio, I saw you running out of the lab. Are you sick? No, I was just a bit overwhelmed. Right. It really doesn't feel right looking at him right now. But we need to figure out how he died. You're right. I still can't believe somebody did this. I think it's some kind of mistake.
Wait, does our info pad tell us anything? Let's see, form. Nope, that's just items. Oh, there! Yep, info pad. Yep. Oh, we got shed key. Info pad data. The judge's report on the victim's condition. Okay. Victim name, Bosch Zwingli. Victim height, 170. Cause of death, cardiac arrest. Oh, shit. Okay, so the first thing I was assuming is that maybe, like, someone's poisoned him or something, but now, like, cardiac arrest. Huh. Like, he did say that his heart was he was about to have a heart attack, like, soon before he fell. Time of death, 10:08 a.m. Location of body. Let me get my notes here. I actually have a notepad specifically for this game. Just a sec. Let me switch screens for a bit. I got a notepad. I know, it's kind of extra, but you know, whatever works. Okay, so he died at 10:08 a.m. We kind of saw him die. He died in the lab building hallway. And then... Oh, wait, it actually has a... Wait, the location of the body and the location of death is actually different. So I bet we're gonna come across cases where, like, someone is found in a different place than where they actually died. Okay, so... Was found in lab building hall on the ground. No visible external injuries besides his fractured elbow. Would his... I don't think his fractured elbow would have to do with, like, the... I don't know, his death or so.
I don't like reading this.
Well, yeah, but we gotta move on.
Georgio, are you okay? I'm fine, thank you. Are you sure you should be here? You were panicking earlier. I'm okay, I just came over to investigate. I just started doing an autopsy, but I can tell you what I've found so far, since I assume you don't want to get close to the body. He has no injuries anywhere from... Okay, this is gonna be...
No injuries
anywhere from what I've seen, other than his already injured arm. Sanjay, you might want to see this. Look at his mouth. Oh my. That's a lot of blood.
Oh shit.
So no external injuries, but his mouth is full of blood?
An internal hemorrhage? I don't know.
Definitely narrows down the cause. He also had an impeccable dental hygiene. I don't see a single cavity or filling anywhere.
Jeez. That's actually pretty impressive considering he's a chocolatier.
Huh. You'd think the ultimate chocolatier wouldn't have good teeth. Ultimate chocolatier? Ah, so that's what his talent is. I thought he was so secretive that he wouldn't share his talent.
I honestly thought he was gonna be like the ultimate bounty hunter. Or the mercenary because he looked so intense, man.
He was like that, but he shared it with me at least. Oh dear. I hope that we didn't violate any of his final wishes by opening his mouth so forcefully. He may have been very secretive about his body. Given his stance on murder, I would assume that he would be okay with it.
Yeah, yikes. Okay. Alright, let's talk with you.
Georgio, I saw you running.
Oh, okay. Alright, so thank you, Chai and Marcel.
Ah, you're back. I just needed some air. You look a bit less ill than before, I can tell you that.
This is sick. Someone had the balls to kill the one person who didn't want to take everyone's shit. Someone here must have some agenda. You're starting to look sick again. Don't force yourself to be in this room full of putrid air. Oh.
Georgio, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
They said you were with Bosch before he passed. Did you see anyone else nearby before he fell down?
No, I didn't see anyone else nearby. Cuba was, but he just freaking... Wait. Yeah, but he like he got a head injury in the infirmary.
Sorry to ask about what happened. I know it's probably painful, but I'm just trying to think over how this happened. It's okay. I understand that we need to investigate, even if it feels horrible.
Yeah. You doing okay there, Marianne?
Hey, Marianne. Why is this place so horrible, Georgio?
Oh.
Hi, Lisa. Are you alright? Yeah. I just can't look at the body or anything. I've seen the body before and they just make me queasy.
Oh gosh, you saw a body before?
You said get away from this room then. I don't want any suspicion to fall on me for being alone while everyone's investigating. At this point, we can be pretty sure that one of us did it. And I don't want to be the one accused.
Yeah, I feel like the most obvious person, suspect is gonna be Raj, but I don't think he's the one who did it. It'd be way too obvious.
Oh, I understand. I know it's selfish to just stand around and not help investigate just to be cleared, but I just can't go near him right now.
Oh. So yeah, no one likes investigating. I understand. This is not a very nice situation. Okay, so let's retrace our... Oh, wait.
Chai and Marcel, do you see the thing on him too?
I mean the splint.
The splint? He's had this the whole time. Oh no. It looks like there's something in the splint, no? You're right. It's a note?
Watch your back! Yo!
Watch your back?
Note. Found in splint. Was that intended to be a threat? How vague and childish.
It could also be interpreted as a warning. I'll put this note in a sealed bag. Rajesh insisted we put out physical evidence in bags.
Since when is this a police investigation? And since when is he the boss of anyone?
I suppose he didn't want anything damaged. Real murder investigations typically involve gloves and such as to avoid getting fingerprints or DNA of the investigators on clues.
But can we trace DNA or fingerprints?
Oh yeah. No, I doubt we have any kind of DNA or fingerprint scanner anywhere here.
Well, still it'd be nice not to get your smudges all over the body.
There's another piece of paper in this pocket. It looks like a full letter, not just a note. Skimming through it seems like something he wrote himself. Oh gosh, this is one of those things like, if you reading this, I'm already dead. Find the bitch who did it. The end. Oh no, that's worse! A personal letter addressed to Lily? We shouldn't read through it thoroughly. I think this is just a personal thing that might include sensitive information he wanted to keep hidden. We should still keep it as evidence though, just in case it's important. We'll only read it if it's necessary. I think I should go check on Carlos. He's been alone for a while.
Yeah. Alright, we got a bunch of clues. So let's go see the infirmary. Sorry if there's a lot of skipping in the video. I actually am typing down notes as we go.
Hello, Georgio. Did you need something specific from the infirmary? Not really. Okay, good.
What the? Huh? What?
I don't know how much more evidence I need. I've never investigated a murder before.
Wait, I never even got to see Carlos. What happened?
Hopefully what I have is enough. Carlos! What are you doing out of bed? I heard that announcement. I got here as quickly as I could. It's fake, right?
Okay, what I'm thinking is that the moment that maybe something was planted to have probably caused his death, like maybe poison or some sort, because the blood in his mouth, it's probably poison that killed him. It has to be planted like during the power outage, right? I don't know, that's what I was thinking. But just gonna withhold that thought for now.
Oh no. It was Mask. Shit. We just saw him only a little while ago. How? Don't worry. I'm collecting evidence. We're going to bring the murderer to justice. Investigating all on your own? I know I may not be the best at this kind of stuff, but I at least have to try. And I know I should have asked you help because I know you don't want to be in bed all day, and I'm sorry, but I just really wanted to figure out who did this. I need to bring Boschke's killer to justice. I just have to. Hey, no need to apologize. I won't lie. I was expecting to find you scared out of your mind, but you're really determined. You know, I'm proud. You're keeping it together even when bad things happen. I bet your big bros would be proud too. Thanks, Carlos. And as long as I'm out of bed, I might as well investigate, so let's...
Oh, come on! Your fucking feedback! Bitch! Stop my ears! Attention, everyone! Your investigation time is now over. Please make your way to the large door in the lobby.
Shit, I missed the investigation. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be able to keep up.
Wow, we don't have that much information. Wait, let's say first. Let's go over the evidence. We have evidence. Okay, Marcel Chai's autopsy. He had no notable external injuries, but he had blood inside his mouth. The threatening note. A stained note that says, "Watch your back." It was found in Bosch's arm splint. And then we have this. Huh. Okay. Anyways, let's go. Are we supposed to report here? Nah, that's the labs. Oh, frick. Where did his body disappear? Oh, here we go. Thank you all for coming. If you will please follow me, I will show you to the area where you will be having your trial. And watch your step. The stairwell is quite dark.
A dark stairwell? That's a perfect spot to murder someone unnoticed.
I doubt anyone here will do that. Yeah, we don't really have that much evidence, but I think we're just gonna have to go off of what everyone else says during this trial. And how good is your judgment? Considering my name, I would say it's pretty good. If you're so insistent, then fine. I'll add a new rule. No murdering anyone on the way to a murder trial. If you kill someone after someone else has been killed, and a trial hasn't taken place yet, you will automatically be executed with no questions asked. Yo. So wait, does that mean that there's no double murders that can potentially happen? Because, okay. So yeah, I guess there's gonna be no double murders. Well, there's 13 of them, so. Are you satisfied now? Very. I will go to the courtroom now.
Did that asshole say that's a stairwell?
I can carry you down the stairs since you can't walk.
I guess that's fine, but don't drop me.
I would never. On purpose.
Oh, that's very uplifting.
Okay. But the thing is, freaking Raj is so suspicious. He just locked the infirmary and freaking bolted out there. But like, oh my gosh, I'm sure I don't want to think that he actually did it because, I don't know, maybe it's just like, they're trying to make us suspicious of him or something.
I really need to stop shaking. I won't be able to focus during the trial. I'm so scared,
Oh yeah, we're all fucked if we don't get the right person.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my gosh, that is a cool looking class trial room. Now that everyone is here, I would like to go over a few things. While it would be wonderful to see you all screaming at each other and make absolutely no progress in finding the killer, I think it would be best in this situation to hold an organized trial. I don't want to guide you all too much, as it is your job to find information and come to your own conclusions amongst yourselves, but I will occasionally chime in. I would also like to bring 3 things to your attention. Firstly, note that your info pad gives you some of the victim's basic information, cause of death, time of death, location of death, and description of the body. This information is all verifiably correct. I have my ways of obtaining this information, and this information given is always correct, so this tool is very useful to you. Secondly, I may change the debate format if I feel it is required for a productive trial. More on this later. Oh, okay. Thirdly, at the end of the trial, you will have to vote on who you think the killer is. This vote does not have to be unanimous, like most juries, but it does have to be a majority vote. So with that out of the way, you all may begin your trial.
I think it's pretty obvious who the killer is at this point. Do we even need a trial? An obvious killer already? Please enlighten us, Li Chao. Don't play dumb, Raj. You suspect me? You do have a motive. You didn't get along well with the victim. You also literally brought a weapon to a party. You fought with the guy, tried to kill him once, then when he caught you, then you had to think of a plan B. Such heavy accusations with no evidence.
Yeah, there isn't any really solid evidence. Well, actually, he is kind of suspicious though, but...
No evidence? You brought a knife! Firstly, I've established multiple times that the knife was not mine. Secondly, what does that incident have to do with this case? It's a potential motive. Come now, you're being absolutely ignorant. This is meant to be an investigation.
The main form of debate in this trial is the evidence presentation. One of your peers will make an incorrect claim in red, or a correct claim in green. You must refute this claim with the correct evidence. You will be given several options of evidence, simply choose which piece of evidence to present to help the argument. Oh shit. Alternatively, you may be asked to spell out your evidence or select it from your evidence menu, so watch out for that! Okay. You're accusing me of being suspicious when I have done nothing suspicious to indicate I could have killed him. Okay, InfoPad never said anything. Not even their autopsy. But you did lock the infirmary, bitch.
No, that's a lie. What have I done then? I was going to investigate till you locked the infirmary. It's true that the door was locked. I got up to use the bathroom in the lobby, and when I came back, the door was locked. Wait, why did you do that? I locked it so no one would get in there and tamper with potential evidence. Why would you lock the infirmary but not anywhere else? It's a point of interest for this case. You also ran in and told us to run away from the body unless we want to die as well. You didn't even let us have a moment to see if we could help him. If we could have revived him somehow. Doesn't let anyone go near the body and threatens anyone who tries to? I don't need any more convincing. Before I even try to respond to that, I think we should look at the other details of the case before you continue to accuse me.
Yeah, we gotta iron out all possibilities first.
Rajas has a point. We can't even discuss the scene, cause of death, or autopsy. That would be a good place to start. Georgio, you were with Bosch right before he died. Can you tell us what happened? Sure. So it started when I was with Carlos in the infirmary. Liz was there as well, but she left to go get some food because she was with me all night and hadn't eaten.
Okay, so Liz, Carlos, and Georgio was in the infirmary before Bosch went in.
After she left the room, Carlos and I were talking for a while. Then Bosch came in and asked where the painkillers are. Then he asked me if he could talk outside privately. I can't speak. He and I talked by the fountain for a little while. Then he wanted to show me his lab, so we walked into the lab building. He got really quiet for a while and was walking really slowly, and when I turned around to ask him a question, he looked... Don't push yourself. You don't need to keep giving a testimony if it's too overwhelming, Georgio. No, it's fine. He looked very unwell. His face was pale like a ghost. His eyes looked so scared, as if he...
Wait, he knew what was gonna happen?
I just asked him if he was okay, and then he just fell. I screamed for help, and then Chan Chai came over and checked on him. After that, Mr. Ngo came over, and Chai said we should take him to the infirmary. And then the judge's announcement played.
That death is so sudden. He must have hit his head or something while you weren't looking.
I agree. You would have noticed him getting shot or stabbed.
None of those options are possible. There's no way he was shot, stabbed, or killed by blunt force trauma. He's got no external injuries. How do you know? He was killed really suddenly, so there's a possibility that he could have had a head injury.
No, there's clear evidence that's not what happened.
Yeah, InfoPad.
That InfoPad that the judge gave us already listed the cause of death. He died from cardiac arrest.
Oh good! I was worried that no one would read the data I so carefully collected.
I didn't look at it. I thought it would be pointless information.
You little bitch.
I agree. A healthy young man doesn't just suddenly die from cardiac arrest. It has to be induced.
Is it possible that something hit him in the head and then it gave him a heart attack and died? But this isn't a joke, Vlad. It's a real trial. I'm not joking, Elizabeth. I'm just trying to brainstorm ideas.
Brainstorming is fine. We're completely open to that, but we have evidence that what you said is impossible.
Okay, is it the autopsy or Bosch, or the location? He was located in the hallway of the labs, but...
Body didn't have any injuries around the head, right? That's what you guys said when you looked at him. No external injuries besides his already injured arm.
So we can say for sure that his death wasn't caused by being hit by something. So, Prince Boy, what did you mean by it has to be induced?
Sudden cardiac arrest can have many causes. It's almost always some sort of internal alteration within the body. Usually, cardiac arrest is the result of an underlying condition. But in this case, I doubt we would be having a trial like this, yes?
I can confirm death by disease is not considered a killing based on my criteria. If he had died from a disease he already had, then we would not be having the trial.
There is no reason a healthy young person like Bosch could just suddenly die of cardiac arrest, unless there's some kind of foul play going on.
Good job, you cracked the case. He was murdered? Wow! We should really have a trial or something.
Sarcasm isn't necessary. You're trying to filibuster to convince us you know what you're talking about, to prevent people from looking at the suspicious shit you did. Seriously? Again with these accusations? Li Xiao and I saw your concealed weapon, so we know you're lying about the knife thing. You could be trying to deceive us by guiding the investigation to skirt around any evidence that you did it.
But wait! Concealed weapon?
Wait, what? Oh shit, okay, this is some new stuff. Yeah, while we were working in the scrapyard, I noticed that we had something under his pant leg. I tripped him and that helped us get a clearer look.
Oh! I remember that! So he tripped him on purpose. I kinda knew, but I didn't realize that it was because he wanted to see if he had a weapon.
He had some kind of blade in a sheath on his ankle. I remember when he did that. So he did trip him on purpose. So we can say with confidence that he has weapons. Fine. I'll admit that I carried some concealed weapons. But do you really think that I would be stupid enough to carry a knife in my pocket? Really? My weapons are strapped to my body. They're not just something that can slip out.
So you're saying you didn't bring a knife to the party?
I'm saying that the knife was in the sand that wasn't mine. And I'm surprised that none of you are throwing any accusations at Giorgio, who was the one who bumped into me right before the knife appeared on the sand.
Why are you trying to accuse me, bitch?
You can't be blaming Giorgio. What is so abnormal about this accusation? That knife appeared next to us. None of you saw me drop it, so why would you rule out Giorgio? There's no way Giorgio would kill. He cared about Bosch. You even saw his reaction to his death. And how do we know that reaction was genuine? He could have been faking a panic to shake people off of his trail. You fuck you! I literally sang a song for him! Oh, a crocodile tears accusation. Fuck off, he's just trying to shift blame. I have to admit, it is looking a bit suspicious for Giorgio. He left the infirmary with Bosch, and Bosch dies.
Oh yeah. Gotta admit, we're kind of suspicious too.
He could have killed Bosch in that time. He also very well could have brought that knife to the party, bumped into me intentionally, then dropped the knife as a means of framing me for future crime. I wouldn't do that! Saying you wouldn't do it is a worthless argument. You're just trying to get sympathy points using your reputation. I need to find something to prove my innocence. But what could I use? I don't have anything to prove I didn't bring a knife. Ignore the knife incident and stop the accusation. Just stick to figuring out how he died. Very good idea, Marcel. He had no external injuries. However, we did find an important detail during the investigation about his body. His mouth. It was the blood in his mouth, right? Yes, his mouth was full of blood, so I know his cause of death was internal. But what exactly caused it? The only option I can think of is poison. If he didn't have any external injuries, he would have needed some substance put into his body. Now you all know why I forced you away from the body, not foul play like you all had assumed. Someone just doesn't kill over and die like that from nothing. His body and clothing were likely contaminated from whatever poisoned him. So he was poisoned, but how? The painkillers. He was hypervigilant, so how would someone poison him without him noticing? What if he did, though? Huh? What do you mean? When you said that the cause of death was poison, and when you said that he just died out of nowhere, what if he poisoned himself? Oh, yikes. Suicide. What? There's no way he did that! I actually agree with Vladimir. That sounds like an incredibly plausible conclusion. Absolutely not. No, it couldn't have been suicide. I don't want to agree with Regis, because he's still really suspicious. But I'm not buying the suicide thing. But it seems like the only option at this point. Judge, how would suicide be handled in the sixth court? Does the trial know if it's a suicide?
Great question, Heracles Carpsy. Suicide is still considered murder under my rules. Thus, you would still need to properly prosecute the killer. Yeah, you just gotta say, okay, the victim was the killer.
Would you still execute the...
Please shut your trap. It's obvious it works the same way. Stop asking dumb fucking questions.
There's no freaking way. He wouldn't have killed himself.
Well, he would have noticed someone injecting him or putting poison in his mouth. There's so many ways someone could do that. Don't just jump to suicide.
Did Vask really kill himself?
I mean, there's a letter.
I don't think that's true. I feel like he wouldn't.
Oh dear. It seems that half of you think one thing and half of you think the other. I suppose this is a good time for that aforementioned debate format change, yeah? Oh, here we go. Wait, I gotta drink. Oh shoot, it's this thing! To dispel this large debate, each side will deliberate amongst themselves. You will hear each person's statement, then the two sides will face off in rapid-fire debate. Oh fuck. Fuck. You'll have to remember who said what statement and use the correct statements to refute the other side. Okay, so wait. I gotta write down those for debate. Wait, I don't know who said who what though. Keep in mind that you might not use every statement. Okay.
You and I were in the infirmary when he came in. He wouldn't kill himself over anything that's happened here.
Just because someone didn't see it, that doesn't mean he killed himself.
He was talking about our future here together.
Okay, so let's see. I'm sorry if it counts as cheating, but I wrote everything down. But I'm gonna delete it very soon. Geo. They had this really touching thing. Okay. There wasn't a struggle. Okay, no signs of struggle is Natalia. But that means jack shit anyways because he was poisoned.
Hush did carry out a lot of threats and accusations. Maybe he wanted to? Do the deed before someone else did? He wouldn't have killed himself over anything that's happened here. Yeah, there's been conflict, but nothing that anybody would kill themselves over.
He could have gotten poison from the infirmary, then took it right before going to the lab building.
No, Dio and I were in the infirmary when he came in, and we watched him take the painkillers from the cabinet. And before that, Liz and I hadn't seen him come in.
Yep.
Did anyone witness the poisoning, though?
Just because someone didn't see it doesn't mean he killed himself. The whole point of committing the perfect crime is to go unnoticed.
He could have just given up hope. There's no way he gave up hope. And he was talking to me right before he died. He was talking about our future here together.
Okay. I guess suicide isn't plausible then.
Y'all are done debating now? I've been waiting for you all to finish. I talked to Chan Chai before the trial and he gave me an important piece of evidence. Something that I'm certain caused his death.
Please start your entry with a capital letter. Wait, what? I don't know! What's a 4-letter word? Oh shit, okay, I was wrong. I thought it was bomb, but it's like what if the blood is from a bomb that went off inside him. I'm like, what? Okay, so what caused his death? Obviously, he died of cardiac arrest, but what? It's a pill. What? I talked to him before the trial. He gave me an important piece of evidence. What did he give you, though? What killed him was pain! Not. What killed him was Lily! I don't know. I'm freaking dumb, man. Okay. Food! Wait, no. It was a note! Yeah! Oh my gosh! I can't believe it was... Okay.
Is it the threatening note? Precisely. As soon as we had the masks, I went to the infirmary and inspected the cabinets. While most things in there were different forms of medicine, there was indeed an entire section in the middle row of cabinets dedicated to various poisons. When I talked with Rajesh and I told him the signs I was seeing, I tried to figure out which form of poison was used. And he asked to see the note, so I gave it to him. I have the note here. Notice that the corner is gone.
Oh, okay.
I used that piece of the paper for this calorimetric test kit.
Oh, okay. Wait. The paper was poisoned?
What's that? The kit that is used to test for a specific chemical or substance. You're able to tell if a sample has some kind of substance in it if the contents of the vial change color.
Wow, Youngsu, you're smarter than I thought.
Is that meant to be a compliment? I'll take it.
Yay, I'm the least dumb person in our trio.
Which poison is that calorimetric test for?
Cyanide. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, like cyanide is a common kind.
The most fast-acting poison I could find in the cabinet. Cyanide. I assumed that, based on the brief autopsy report I was given, that this poison was most likely the culprit. The kit takes a while to fully process the sample, but this trial has been long enough that I think it should be ready.
Oh, whoa! You brought a whole kit in here? Oh, well, I'll allow it.
And there you have it. I was right. It's such a dark color. The note must have been saturated. Absolutely. It's a good thing that we wore gloves and masks while handling the note and body. Cyanide is incredibly toxic, even with just skin to contact. I assume Bosch touched this letter without any hand protection, and that is how the cyanide entered his system. So he was poisoned?
With cyanide? Who would know how they use cyanide in paper? Like, I could think of Chai, but I don't think it's him.
Yes. It also doesn't help your case that you were in the infirmary right before he died? I have to be able to prove myself innocent. Maybe there's some clue about the infirmary?
Liz and Carlos were there?
Liz and Carlos were in the infirmary the entire time, and they saw me come in. They would have seen me take out poison from the shelves. So Giorgio is saying that you both saw him come in and Carlos saw him leave, and at no point did he grab the poison. Is this correct? Yes. He didn't grab any poison while I was in there.
And yeah, there's no way they would cover for him because, like, there's no benefit to being an accomplice.
He didn't touch anything. He's innocent. Did he only go into the infirmary once?
Oh shit. Actually, he went there one other time to check on Carlos.
Well, he went into the infirmary after dinner last night, but he didn't touch anything in there. Did anyone else go into the infirmary?
Anyone else? Other than you? Nope. So Liz went in there. And you went in there, Raj. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't see anyone else go in there.
No, no one did. The cyanide in the infirmary is not in a liquid form. From what I've seen on this note, there's no trace of any kind of residue. So, the cyanide had to be dissolved in water to be applied to the note.
Water.
Cyanide has a very short half-life when in water, so the killer would be unlikely to get any use of it if they had stolen it a few days ago.
So both of your testimonies tell me that Georgio's guilty? I just fucking said he didn't touch anything!
You're being irrational.
Oh, come on!
Okay, there has to be something I can use. Wait, that's it! You want to trust him because he's your friend. But if he was the only other person in the infirmary with you and Liz confirming each other, then he's the culprit.
Carlos's ghost? Okay, so we gotta prove that there was someone else in the infirmary other than Carlos and Liz. And, of course, ourselves. Wait, Carlos said that he heard someone in the infirmary. I think. So, ghost?
I think someone else went to the infirmary last night. Carlos, didn't you say you heard a ghost? Yeah, I heard a weird sound. What if that was somebody sneaking into the infirmary?
Wait, what?
I really think two people wouldn't see someone entering the infirmary? It was at night.
So?
So they didn't see the person! If someone had entered the infirmary, they would have noticed. After the two people in the infirmary heard the noise, they would have turned on the lights to see what made it.
Well, not exactly. Because when Carlos heard the noise, I was asleep in my chair. So I wasn't alerted to what happened until he woke me up. He was freaking out, and I kept telling him that he must have been hearing things. Finally, after he kept insisting that he heard a ghost, I got up and tried to look around the infirmary. I flicked the light switch, but I had assumed I flicked the wrong one because the lights didn't turn on. There was a power outage the night that Georgio was tossing and turning. There was a flicker in that scene.
I think I know what happened. The killer must have caused the power outage. The killer must have known there was poison in the infirmary and where to find it.
Michelle, is it you?
He wanted to go in to retrieve it to kill Bosch the next day, but he couldn't go in after dinner because Elizabeth and Carlos weren't there the whole time. They went to the infirmary at night when everyone was sleeping. They could knock out the power to prevent Liz or Carlos from seeing them enter the infirmary. So if their presence was noticed, they wouldn't be able to be seen by either of them because the lights wouldn't work. And since everyone is asleep, no one would notice the power going out. Where was this intelligence when you were shooting yourself in the head with a soda bottle? I save my big brain energy for the important things. That's too convoluted of a plan. How so? I just don't think it would work. I don't think that's what the killer did. Then how'd the killer get the poison if Carlos and Liz can both confirm that Georgio didn't touch anything in the cabinets while they're in the infirmary? So, I win. I think Youngsu's right. The killer has little time to mix their poison in two possible witnesses. They must have escaped before either of those two saw. Knew they wouldn't leave the room for any reason. Liz refused to leave my side, so there's no way she'd leave the infirmary. And me, well, I couldn't really get up even if I wanted to. So the killer cut the power, snuck in, took the poison, snuck out, and reactivated the power? That's smart. If that's what you want to go with. Ignore him, he's just going to complain that we came to a different conclusion. The power went out yesterday during the evening, right? So we had 2 power outages.
Yeah, what was the first one for?
Do you think the killer caused that first one too?
I think the first one was just a test to see if they could do it. How did they cause a power outage? The only way they could cause a power outage is fork and socket, circuit box, library reading lights. How would library reading lights cause a power outage? There's that circuit box in the main building. They had to mess with that in order to cut the power. So somebody messed with the circuit box to cause that blackout. So, you did do it! What? Not you, poor boy. I saw that wannabe soak crates by that box. I had a feeling he was up to something. I asked what the hell he was doing, but he said, nothing. Don't worry about it. Mr. Heracles? What? Talia said you caused the power outage yesterday, the one right before dinner. Power outage? Oh, yes. You're saying yes? Meaning that you did it? Yeah, that was me. I cut the power around 5 o'clock yesterday at the transmission tower. Oh my gosh. I tried to hide it. But unfortunately, Natalia caught me red-handed. I don't think someone will just admit to their crime like that. Maybe he's just hit his head or something? What's with you and head hitting? I mean, I hit my head against tons of things, you know?
At least you didn't.
Not an investigation. Excessive naps. Party knife incident? Huh. Wait. The knife could have been used to cut the power. And was Heracles near them when the power was cut? I'm tempted to check my previous recordings, but you know, let's go with this. Right. He was behind him. During the party. You're the one who dropped that knife? Oh, right. That was me as well. You brought that knife to the party just to frame me? That's a bit presumptuous, Rajesh. I brought it for self-defense, just like everyone else did. No one else brought weapons to the party. Really? You're not fucking insane, so no. Huh. I thought everyone else would be bringing weapons as well. A large gathering of strangers who've been given incentives to murder each other in one small area. Who wouldn't carry a weapon? I told everyone explicitly to not bring weapons to the party. You were sleeping by then. Well, I wasn't there for the initial invitation. Nor did I hear that said at any point, so I suppose that's my bad. I also should have secured it with a clip so it wouldn't fall out of my pockets. Though, you said that knife specifically wasn't yours, but you never said you didn't bring any weapons to the party, Rajesh. I think you had some weapons on you, did you not? In fact, you left the beach after the party was set up. I presume you went back to your room, or lab, just to get some concealed weapons. Just in case Bosch tried anything funny, right? I hit the nail on the head. Oh. Oh shit! Heracles being smarter being here. But don't worry, I'm not accusing you of murder. I know you didn't do it. Why the hell did you go through that whole line of questioning? Just to clear the record, part of being a philosopher means finding the truth. And I just can't stand misinformation and misconceptions. And so everyone would forget that you just admitted to murder? Admitted to, So, my charge is being upgraded from being guilty of cutting the power yesterday evening to murder. Interesting. Risho, stop freaking accusing everyone. You're looking freaking suspicious, man. So you have anything to prove that besides the power outage? I do. The note? Or the letter? I don't think the letter. It looks like it. Okay.
The note that was poisoned, it had some stains on it from the sauce I made yesterday. I didn't see anyone at the dinner table with any kind of paper, so there's no chance that anyone wrote the note while they were eating. However, I delivered a plate of food to your door. Ah, so the note was stained by my plate? It had to be. Chun-Chai and I collected all the plates after dinner, so no one brought up their food to any other place where that note could have been written. You also knocked out the power yesterday. You also had a knife, which means you could have hurt someone at some point if you really had the opportunity. So, Mr. Heracles, I think we can say you're the culprit. Now, might I ask you all a question?
Last words?
Sure, why not? If I say witnessed the killer in the act, would that be considered reasonable enough evidence to clear me?
Wait, what? Huh?
No, because you're a nutcase. Heracles, you witnessed the killer poisoning the note?
Wait, that's the wrong voice.
Heracles, you witnessed the killer poisoning the note? I would say so.
You give a testimony, for Christ's sake! Stop with the mind games!
Calm down, Rajesh. I simply wanted to ask if you all would believe me. I'm glad that I finally get the opportunity to present this evidence I have. While I wasn't present for the investigation, I'm pretty sure my eyewitness testimony is the most definitive piece of proof for this case.
If it's true.
You see, last night I was working in my lab until very late. At about 3 a.m. I was in my lab, then suddenly the lights turned off.
3 a.m. Okay. So that was probably the night of the power outage.
I realized that the power had been knocked out again. But you admitted
cutting the power. Okay.
I admitted to cutting the power during the evening around dinner time. However, the second power outage was not caused by me. I was confused, so I went outside with the intention of checking the circuit box.
It's Naked Gray Person! The culprit!
However, as I stepped out of the lab building, I noticed someone entering the main building. I had a hunch, so I decided to hide in the shrubbery outside the main building to see what they did. The person left the building, now donning a mask and gloves, and they were holding something in their hands.
Huh? Mask and gloves?
I watched them run to the circuit box, then run to the dorms. After that, I waited for a little while to see if they would move again, but it seemed that they stayed in the dorms for the rest of the night. I went into the building, and then I noticed something. A threatening note outside one of the doors. Of course, after seeing someone run into the dorms wearing protective equipment and then finding a threatening note outside someone's door isn't a good sign. So I didn't get very close to it. I left it there and decided to sleep in the beach house. Then the next morning...
The beach house, huh?
Hey! Heracles! Ouch. Sorry to hit you. You were sleeping too deeply for me to wake you up non-violently. Is there something you need? Why are you sleeping in here? It's soothing to sleep next to the ocean waves. It reminds me of home. Alright then. I can scoot over if you want to nap here too. No thanks. I was just wondering. Did anyone come to visit you last night? No. Did anyone try to hurt you at all yesterday? No. Did anyone... You're very worried about my safety. I'm perfectly safe. I'm a grown man and I can handle myself. I was just a bit concerned. There are people on this island with bad intentions. How distressful. You must think anyone here is willing to kill. Not that I don't feel the same way, of course. But you can't be petrified of death every waking moment. When fear rules you, you've automatically lost everything. That's surprisingly helpful to hear. I'm the ultimate philosopher. According to this program, reflecting on the meaning of life is the one thing that I do best. I'll happily engage in more philosophical conversation with you after I wake up again. By the way, if you ever waste a perfectly good plate of food like you did last night again, I'll kick your ass into the ocean. Thank you, Bosch. Aw. Weirdo. And considering the fact that you found a note on his corpse, I assume he must have found that poisoned note. Are we really going to believe him? This is just a single eyewitness testimony. He admitted to having a knife. He admitted to cutting the power. Why would he admit to those things if he's trying to avoid suspicion? I think he's telling the truth too. Why would he lie about this? You conveniently left out the most important detail. Who the hell did you see? Who did I see? Oh, right, the killer. But you don't know who the killer is? But don't you think it's obvious at this point? I think I know who he means.
You will now make your accusations. Similarly to the process of presenting evidence, you simply choose which person you think is the culprit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't freaking know, man! The most obvious person would be... Okay, not Raj. Who would know how to cut power? And check the infirmary. Oh man. I have a suspicion, but I don't want to be wrong. Okay, let's go through the suspects first. John Chai, where was he? Last night he was... Okay, so last night he was helping with the food and such. Well, Giorgio went to get stuff. But then he also gave the evidence about the note? Giorgio, it's not Giorgio. But what if it is him? And we were playing as him all along because we didn't think that would be him. Nah, just kidding. Giorgio. Yeah, no, there's no way he would have gotten any of... He was sleeping also that night. We saw the cutscene. Heracles, nah, I don't think... Nah, he didn't do it. Li Xiao... Yeah, I don't know. Did he have an alibi that night? Not really. Marcel? Why would he do... I don't know. Why would he do it though? Marianne? Wait, why would Heracles freaking cut the power though? What was he doing? Okay, Natalia, he did see Heracles. She might have gotten the idea from him. She also took the food. Oh boy. Would she have known how to use poison from the infirmary though? Or was the food like, I don't know. I don't think it'd be Youngsu. I don't know why, but I just don't think. Oh god. Vladimir? Would it be him? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm freaking stumped. I have no idea who the killer could be. I did not think that I'd be just guessing who the killer is. I am so fucked, man. Because if there's no way that I would we'll be able to save here. Wait a second. Transmission tower, right? Who was around the transmission tower at 5 p.m.? I mean, who was around the transmission tower at night? Okay.
How does that make any sense?
Oops. I was like, why? Okay, I don't make any sense at all. You've been awfully quiet, Vlad. I just want to see the reactions. How was it me? Okay. It was me! No. Wait. It was you! Me! How was it me? I saw you with the, I'm too sleep deprived. It was you!
It has to be Natalia.
Oh shit, really? Dang. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense because she was the one who saw Heracles do that whole transmission tower trick. And she was eating food back there. She doesn't have a clear alibi.
She saw him knock out the power the first time, so she knew what's possible and where to do it. Also, the food stains on the note were probably from the plate I delivered her, because she was the only person that I delivered food to. Ah, good. At least one person is actually synthesizing the information at this trial properly. So, you know how she did it then? Yes, I do.
Dun dun dun!
Firstly, she saw Mr. Heracles knock out the power during the evening, so she knew that it was possible and where to do it.
Yep.
At some point after that, she decided to go to the infirmary to get poison, but she didn't go in because...
Listen, Carlos.
Carlos and Elizabetta were in the infirmary. Carlos was injured and bedridden, so she would have a witness if he went in there all of a sudden. So she waited until very late at night to start doing anything. She started by
knocking the She knocked the power out.
She went to cut the power so neither Liz nor Carlos would be able to see her enter the infirmary. They wouldn't be able to turn on a light because the power was out. After that, she
stole poison.
She grabbed the poison where she knew it was on the shelf. She also grabbed some masks and gloves from the shelves for handling the poison. Then she left the infirmary as quickly and quietly as possible, though she somehow made a noise in the process that Carlos heard.
Ooh, I'm a ghost! Then she... Did she poison the note or leave the note? Okay. And she turned the power on.
She turned the power back on as soon as she left so no one would notice that she had done it. After that, she wrote an empoisoned note in her room. Roger said that it was mixed with water before it was applied to the paper, so it would be harder to tell if there was poison on it. Then she left a note outside of the door of her target, and she ran back into her room and spent the rest of the night here. Well, there. Mr. Heracles, having seen her turn the lights back on and bring the poison to her room, went to check out what she had done. He saw the note, and I suppose he didn't want to be in the dorms in case someone intended to kill there, so he decided to sleep in the beach house for the night. In the morning, Bosch saw the note in the dorms and took it, and then went to ask Mr. Heracles something. Then he kept going about his day.
Wait, was it meant for Heracles then?
But little did he know he had been poisoned. He started feeling unwell, so he went to the infirmary for painkillers, and he asked to talk to me about something. After that, we walked to the lab building, and he collapsed. As Tenchai and Mr. Ungo tried to help him, the judge made an announcement that 3 people found the body in the hall, and that was it.
Whoa.
Huh? Natalia? Good job, Georgio. You caught me red-handed. I did it. But why? Since I've admitted to it at this point and I can't defend myself in any way, I might as well explain why. Wow, you went down very easy. I didn't mean to kill Bosch. Yeah, I was like, I don't think Bosch was the intended target. Bosch just found it and then... Whoops. What do you mean? Bastard left out an important part of the case. Namely, the fact that he was supposed to die, not Bosch. Alright. I should have specified. Natalia left a note outside of my door. Was she suspicious of him? You would have touched the note, gone to bed, and you would slowly die in your sleep. But you happened to be in the right place at the right time, so an innocent person was killed instead. But why? Why would you try to kill him? Isn't it obvious he's the one behind this? What? You've seen him throughout this trial. He's carrying weapons, he's sabotaging the power supply. He is my brother too. I saw a video of my brother and he was captured by someone. I'm not sure about that last part. I don't recall kidnapping anyone. That may be my fault, partially. Around the time that you cut the power, Heracles Carpsy, she'd actually summoned me to ask me a question. Well, what is it that you wanted to ask? This video. You sent this, didn't you? Yes, I did. I thought it would be of use to you. Where is my fucking brother? I can't exactly disclose that. Who has him? Where is he? Does someone here know? I can't really say much, but the reason why you're here, and the reason why your brother recorded such a distressed message, might be because of someone here. Who? I don't think I can say exactly, but maybe be cautious of those closest to you. In the closest proximity to her? Is that how she took it? No. What the hell are you doing? Oh, don't worry about it. Oh. I know this judge is a shitty person, but I can tell that there's something more going on here. Heracles has my brother. I know it. He knows where he is. He's not just not telling. I don't know about that. He's the most suspicious out of all of us, without a doubt. He knew the note was poison and didn't even bother to tell Bosch. He just let him die. Sorry to interrupt, but I suppose it's time to vote now, isn't it? There's a button in front of you that allows you to select a person and submit. No, I don't want to vote. I don't want to. Might I remind you all that if we don't convict her, the judge will kill us all. She admitted to it, but if I vote for her, then she'll die, won't she? Georgio. I was caught. I decided to make a risky and impulsive decision, and I was caught. I wanted to act before anything bad happened to me, or to my brother for that matter. But I chose the risky path. I had a feeling I might be caught, but I wanted to at least try. If you don't vote for me, you're not going to live long enough to catch those behind this twisted game. Oh man! Belarus! Natalia! I'm sorry, Natalia. Don't be. You should only feel sorry if you give up like a pathetic worm. Don't let this place fuck you over. Don't force yourself to stay in this place. You have to find your brother, Georgio. You can't give up now. It doesn't matter what happens. I know Bosch wouldn't have let you snivel and shy away from fighting this place, and this judge with every ounce of strength you had. He wouldn't have. He wanted to work with everyone. He told me he wanted to trust everyone. He told me he wanted to work hard to get away from this place. And I took that from him. And I'll pay the punishment for that. But mark my words, Heracles will pay. And you will pay for it as well. My brother will find you, and once he realizes what you've done, he'll crush your fucking skull with his bare hands. Hmm? What? Huh? Whoa, what the I'm not too sure about that. What? You can't be... Now that the votes are tallied, I can say for certain that the jury voted for Natalia Berginskaya. Bye, sister! What the shit? It's not Russia. It's just he's just pretending to be Russia. And they voted correctly. So the jury will be spared. But Natalia, I suppose it's goodbye for now. No, wait, Oh! Okay, what I expected was a pretty cool, like, I don't know, execution video, and it's like, yeah, oh my god, she got her, like, you know, like in Danganronpa, it's like, they die, but it's in a super theatrical-ish way, but this is fucking worse. What? She just fucking screeched and there's blood and it said goodbye on the screen. Okay. Why? She didn't deserve this. Why? Hmm? Why would you do that? You tricked her. She did that to herself, being presumptuous and such. And she chose to kill ultimately, not to mention that she got caught. But you tricked her! You made her think her brother was in danger, so she went to kill someone. You made her so desperate that she felt like she needed to kill. You tried to force all of us to do that. You gave us motives. You played with our emotions. Killing is still a choice. Shut up and go to hell, you fucking monster! Don't turn into him. Do not do it. Come on, Gio. You're talking like Lovino. Don't care so much. Don't. I sense some tension in here. After what I saw during that trial, I can say that it seems y'all are figuring out that you can't trust each other. There's some conspiring going on behind the scenes. You'll want to trust each other, but know that one of you is responsible for this whole mess. Who? And how are they? Well, I suppose my business here is done. Feel free to go back to your rooms. The trial is over. Until next time! Yay! Well, Heracles just fucking walks out. I was like, okay, well, party's over. I need to go sleep. Yeah, I'm just gonna fuck off too. It's just
Hmm. Carlos! Oh, he's crying too. Ah! Oh my gosh. What the shit? Okay, so someone amongst them is obviously the mastermind. But I don't know who. Really. But yo. Oh, Israel Kamakaviwa Ole! Yes! Ah, thank you so much, everyone who helped out with this project, who beta tested, and thank you Blue Lobsters for making this game. This is pretty awesome. This wasn't completely like the Danganronpa I expected, but this was, holy shit, this was really good. This has gotta be my favorite Danganronpa crossover Hetagame I've so far, because you know what it succeeded in? It succeeded in making me cry, because I would like Belarus as a character, and also she seemed really cool in this story, and just the fact that she was the killer, but it was totally for like a reason that was like, it wasn't out of malice, it was a huge misunderstanding. It just, oh my god. That was crazy, man. Yeah. Thank you for playing Chapter 1 of Judge, Jury, and Executioner. And yeah, that ending was so freaking, oh my gosh. Yeah, and then, and yeah, the characters, I really like how you wrote their dialogues and such, and like, and how they get along with each other. Like, you see lots of relationship dynamics that you don't see often. Yeah, thank you for this game, Blue Lobster. This was awesome. Oh yeah, I love the maps. The sprites are super nice and cute. I love the art. It's pretty cool. And yeah. Emotions, man. The trial mechanics, I do like it. I did have to like make like inferences with the note thing, and then like with pointing out who the actual killer was, but yeah. Oh my gosh. This is good. So yeah, if there is a new chapter that comes around, then well, can't wait to watch Georgio try and get to the bottom of this. And hopefully not lose hope. Hopefully. So yeah, this was Judge, Jury, and Executioner. And that's the end of it for now. So see you guys next time.